Hello friends, this is Praveen. Welcome to the course on PHP and MySQL. In my last video, I have discussed about cookies and session in PHP. Today, I am going to discuss about login and logout concepts in PHP. Before watching this video, I strongly recommend to watch my previous video on cookie and session in PHP. To log in into the application based on user ID and password saved in database, a registration form is required through which user data will be saved in the database. For the simplicity, registration form will contain only name, user ID and password. So let us make a user registration form where end users will register themselves, and based on this user ID and password, he or she will get authenticated to see the secured page. So let us check first here in our text editor. This is our Dreamweaver text editor, and this is our PHP projects folder. So let us add a new file for registration.php. Registration.php. So this page will add a form action is equal to PHP, this one, and this is echo HTML special chars $_server, and this one is echo, and then PHP underscore self. Method is post. Method is post slash it. Now within this we will make a table, and within this tr slash tr, and then we will add th table header slash table header, and this will span, call span 2 3. Page register below, and after that a new tr slash tr td slash td td slash td, and one more td slash td, control V. So this is for name, then this is for input type text. Input type text name is equal to name, that's it. Then another tr, this is for user id. Input type text name is equal to user id, and then another tr, so this will be for password, and input type it should be password, and this should be pass. Another tr, here it should be input type submit, name is equal to cancel, and value is equal to cancel. Then one more thing here, one more input type submit, name is equal to submit, value is equal to submit. That's it. Let's save it. Press function 12. So this is a basic registration form in which end user will insert his name, user ID and password, and based on this user ID and password it should get validated, it should get authenticated. So to save this user name, user ID and password, we need a data table. So we'll make a table, we'll create a table in my database. So this one, let us start our PHP MySQL, PHP MyAdmin. So in PHP MyAdmin, just log in using root name, go, and we were working with this PHP project site on database. So here we will make a new table. So this one is reg and this is ID. So this will be auto incremented key so that it becomes a primary key automatically. So this is primary key and the name varchar 50 user underscore ID is varchar 50, then password is varchar 50. Give it a InnoDB, I'm changing, and then save it. So this reg table is created within this PHP project. So this reg table. Now we need to save this data into this reg table. So let us import our this database connection. So this is, we have dbcon proc, dbcon and conproc.php. So within this we will use our PHP project site. So conproc.php. So include conproc.php. Now after this, if it's set, if the submit button is clicked, if the submit button is clicked, then the data should get submitted. So if it's set dollar underscore post submit. So what we will do here, we will pick the values. So dollar name is equal to dollar underscore post name, then dollar the user ID. So dollar user ID is equal to dollar underscore post user ID. Next is for password. Dollar pass is equal to dollar underscore post pass. So after doing this, we have to check the uniqueness of the user ID, as every user should have a unique user ID. So we will make this statement $cmd is equal to select star from array where user underscore id is equal to $user id. So what will happen if it returns a record? That means user id is not available. So we'll make a here we'll make a this message that when there is a record in the registration table, uh, or user id is not available, that message should be displayed here. So echo $user AR. So we'll initialize this as well here. So $user AR is equal to this one blank. So now we'll execute this thing. So if $res is equal to MySQL I underscore query $con comma $cmd. Now if this res is having a number of rows greater than 0, then the user id is definitely there in the database. We'll check that if MySQL I underscore num underscore rows $res is greater than 0, then we will set the error message dollar user error is equal to user id exists, which choose another user id. Next is, but what if there is no user, this user id is available? So what we will do, we'll change our $cmd. So $cmd is equal to insert into reg name comma this user underscore id comma user id. I should be capital as the name of this column is user underscore id, and then pass values. So we'll use this comma comma this prepared statement. So this will set the this prepared statement will we have made the statement now. So now we'll prepare it using the connection. So what we will do here, so better we will use this as a stmt. So this is an statement. Now we will prepare it using our connection. So $stmt prepare MySQL I underscore prepare. So this prepare, and then we will pass this $con connection variable and then $stmt. So this will get prepared. Now what we will do here, let me check. Okay, let it be $cmd here, and we will save this statement, prepare statement, into a statement now. Stmt is equal to this one. So what I'm doing, just select star from res where user underscore id is equal to user id. So it will check from the database if that user id brings you supplied by the user or being opted by the user, if that is used by another user, it's an error message should come, user ID exists, please choose another user ID. But if that user ID is available, then I'm just making another command statement, insert into reds name, user ID, pass, values is equal to this one, and then I'm preparing the statement mysql I underscore prepare using this, and then this is should be cmd. So the cmd, now we need to add the parameters. So to add the parameters, we need to call the function mysql I underscore stmt underscore bind underscore param, and then we'll use this $stmt comma comma. So three values for this parameters. So all are varchar type, so string data. So all three is s, and then we'll pass the values. So value is $name comma $user id comma $pass. Now we need to execute it. So if mysql I underscore stmt underscore execute. So if this statement got executed, that means the data has been saved in the database. So once this data is saved, what we will do, we will navigate it to the login page. So we will do here using header function. So header location colon login.php. Since this login.php is not available, so I'm making a new file login.php, and I'm adding a simple h1, nothing else. We'll make a login form in a bit just to check if this is getting navigated after successful registration, if it is getting navigated to the login page or not. Please log in below. That's it. Save it. Now check it here. Save all. Now check test. User ID is also test, and then password is also test. Submit. So it is getting logged, navigated to login page. Now if we check here in the database, what information has been saved? So we see user ID is 1, this is the auto incremented value, name is test, user ID is test, and password is also test. Since here the password is visible, so anyone who is having the access of MySQL database, he or she can use your account or use your credential. So we have to save the password using some hashing method or encrypted way. So what we will do, instead of passing it directly to $pass, we'll encrypt it. So here we will encrypt it using, there is two methods. Let us check it in the slide first. So user password is saved, needs to be saved in encrypted form, and then to MD5 or SHA1 function, hashing method is used to store password in hashed form. So what we will do here, this SHA1 hashing method is more secure as compared to MD5. So this one, and then after converting it into the hash form using SHA1 function, we will use crypt function for providing additional encryption in the hash data. So crypt accepts two parameters. One is salt, which is the hash data created either using MD5 or SSH function, and another is a string to be hashed. So let us take it first here. So here we will pass this. We'll create a hash of this user ID and password. Either we can create anything. So $pass is equal to SHA1. So this will create the hash of this $pass. Now after this we will use crypt function. So $pass is equal to crypt, and it will be crypt using this user ID. Since while logging in we need two information, user ID and password. So this two information will be used for login as well. So we can use this $user ID comma $pass. Save it. Now save it. Press function 12, and I'm making a test, test, and test. Submit. So this ID exists. So it is asking please choose another user ID. So I will choose this ARTTC, and then ARTTC as well. Submit. So please log in below. Now if we check in the database what information has come to this, so test, it is coming some hashed form. The data is coming into the hashed form. The password I had supplied it was ARTTC, but here it is something in the hash form. Now if someone has got the access of the database, he or she will never be able to use credentials of other users. So now let us get back to our editor first, and within the login.php we need to design a login form. So what we will do here, we will, instead of writing this please login below, we will create a form. So form action. So we'll write here within this we'll leave it blank right now, and then method is post, and then slash form, and here we will write a table. We'll make a table slash table, and within this table we will have a tr slash tr, and within this three tds th. So first th, it will have a correspond 3, and please log in below. Please log in below. Now after this we will have a tr for picking the user id. So td slash td control c control v control v. So this will have a user id, and then this will have an input type is equal to user text, and then name is user, and then value I'm using PHP $user id equal $user id, and then this one, and one more variable I will use PHP, so that it will display if the user id or password is correct or incorrect. So echo dollar user error. That's it. So one more tr slash tr. This will be used to pick the password to. So it will also have a 3td slash td control v password, and this will have an input type password, name is pass, and then value is equal to, again we'll use this PHP, then we'll echo here echo dollar password. That's it. So this one, and then one more. Here we will add a checkbox so that if anyone clicks checks on this checkbox, that user ID and password should be saved within the cookies. So we will add another input type checkbox. Name is chk name, and then value we will add something chk, and then remember me. So and then we will add another tr slash tr, and this will have a 3td slash td. So one will have a input type is submit, name is cancel, value is cancel, and likewise one more we will have a input type is equal to submit, name is equal to login, and then value is equal to login, and then one more here in the td will add a hyperlink. So if anyone comes to this login page first time, he should have the option to go to the registration page where he can register and come back to the login page. So new user, anchor tag, href, registration dot php. Click here to register. Save it. Now check here. So this one, user defined variables. So these variables are not declared. So what we will do, we will declare these variables first. So let us get back to our presentation first, then we will declare all these variables. So this is over. Next is saving user credentials in the cookies. So what we will do, we will add a, if it's set underscore post chk, that checkbox, if checkbox named chk is used to save credentials. So if that is checked, then we'll save the information of this user ID and password within the cookie using set cookie function. And the set cookie function will be available throughout the full project folder, and will be alive for 30 days. So, and then similar to this user ID, we'll save the password as well. So I strongly recommend, if you have any doubt about how to create a cookie, I strongly recommend to watch the my previous video on cookie and sessions. So let us get back to our editor as now. So in the editor, we will have a use this set cookie function, PHP, and then this one, PHP. So this three variables, user ERR, and then this dollar password and dollar user ID needs to be initialized. So we will initialize dollar user ERR is equal to dollar user ID is equal to dollar password is equal to blank. So with this change, if we check the browser, so everything looks good. User ID, password, cancel, login, remember me, and click here to register. If you click, it is coming back to here, the registration page. So now, after this, if a person checks the checkbox, so we'll check if it's set dollar underscore post check. So this checkbox is set or checked. So if it is checked, then we will create a cookie. So what we will do, we will save the values. So dollar cookie underscore value 1 is equal to dollar underscore post user. Then another is will pick the value dollar cookie underscore value 2 is equal to dollar underscore post, and this one user, and this one is pass. So pass. This one pass. Now this two values will be picked. Now after picking this value, we'll set the cookie. So set cookie function, we will use set cookie, and then cookie name. So cookie name, I'm using here a name, user ID. Then value must be dollar cookie underscore value 1, which is being supplied by the user, which he intends to be saved in the cookie. Then we'll add this time function plus 86,000 into 400 star 30. So this will be saved for 30 days, and then we will make this cookie available across the root folder. This one, and similar to this user ID, we will create another cookie for the password. So this cookies has been created. Now with this cookies, we want to check if these cookies have been set. So if these cookies have been set, so what we will do here, if is set dollar underscore post, sorry, dollar underscore cookie, dollar underscore cookie this user ID. If this user ID is set, it means what we want, dollar user ID is equal to the cookie user ID, the value saved in the cookie. Similar to this, one more for the password. Control C, Control V, and cookie password. Let's go cookie password. And here the value is dollar password. Now save it. Press function 12. So initially there is no user ID password. So test login, it is not getting saved. Retry, nothing is coming. Now I'm checking this ARTTC, remember me, login. So if I refresh it, you see this ARTTC user ID and password is saved within the cookie. So now get back to our login part. How we can log in into our application. So we'll do here PHP. So within this, if it's set $_post, so if this login button is clicked, then only it should check the login credentials. So here we'll check here this login. So when this login button is clicked, it will pick the values for this user ID and password. So dollar user ID or user underscore ID is equal to $_post. This one is user, and then similar to we will pick the password. So $pass is equal to $_post pass. Now we have saved the password in the database using SH1 hashing method and the crypt function. So the way we have saved the password in the database, we have to check the password in the same way. So what we will do, we will convert this password into SH1 function, SH1 hash form. So $pass is equal to SH1 $pass, and then we will crypt this with the user ID. $pass is equal to crypt $user ID, comma user underscore ID, comma $pass. Now after this, we will make the statement, this CMD statement. So $CMD SQL statement, $CMD is equal to select star or count, whatever you can say, select star from arrays where user underscore ID is equal to $user underscore ID and pass is equal to dollar pass. So we need to check a combination of user ID and password. Now we will execute this using so $res is equal to MySQL underscore query $con comma $cmd. So if this gets executed, then it will, if there is a row in the res table, then it will return some row. So we'll count this using this if MySQL underscore num underscore rows $res is greater than 0. If this is greater than 0, that means user is authenticated. Else, what we will do? We will display a message $user error, either user ID or password is incorrect. And after this, what if the user ID and password is correct? So we will navigate it to the home page. So header, we will use header function, location, home.php. So after doing this, let us check what is happening. So I'm passing some test and then test some random user ID. So it is variable user ID. So many errors are there. User underscore ID in online 29 30 30 29. Let me check what is coming on 29 30 31. 29 30 and 31. User underscore ID and pass. Set login dot. It's so what is happening? Dollar underscore post user, right? Oh, this one, login.php. Let us check it here. So it is also working. So why it is happening? User ID and then user underscore ID. Oh, this one is small. And then dollar pass. So let us check it here first again. Save it. So test, and I'm making test again. Login. So this time variable con online 30. So what we have done, we have not included our connection information. So include conproc.php. Save it, press function 12. So test, login. It is either user ID or password is incorrect. Now what if user ID and password is correct, which is ARTTC and ARTTC. If login, it is going to home.php. Since we have not created a home.php, so it is displaying like this. So we'll make a home page. Home.php. And within this, I'm writing simple h1 Hello, welcome to this. Welcome to this page. That's it. Save it. Now just check it here. If this user ID or password is not known, so we can register here a new user ID and password. And this I'm adding this PRAVWN. Praveen, name is Praveen. User ID is Praveen. Password is also Praveen. Submit. So it has come to this part. So this user ID and password has been saved. Praveen, Praveen. Login. So this is has got logged in. What if we check here if without getting without logging in, if we check this home.php, so we are able to access this page without actually authenticating a user. So this is not required. What we need to, when we try to access this home.php without getting authenticated, it should get navigated back to the login page. So let us check it in the presentation. So this part is covered. This part now saving user login session. So what we will do after successful login, a session value will be is stored in the dollar underscore session variable. Here we have created a dollar underscore session user, and then after saving that user information, it will be navigated to the home.php. So we'll do that first, and then we will add how to make that home page secure. So here, what we will do here, we will create this dollar. So before using session, we need to start it. So session underscore start, so dollar underscore session user is equal to dollar user underscore ID. So whatever information is supplied by the user. Now if we try to check it here, if that information is coming to this home.php, just save it here and we will check it here. Here, so we'll check just for the sake of this if it is coming to this page or not. So we'll check here session underscore start, and we will use dollar user is equal to this dollar underscore session, control V, and then we will print this dollar user. Just save it. So we have used this Praveen login. So either user ID or, so what is happening, PRAVWN login. So Praveen. So this message is coming. So that session is getting passed from login page to home page. Now we'll comment this thing. We don't require right now this thing. So we'll comment everything here. Now to make this home page or home.php secured, we need to use this session before loading this home page. So how we can do? We will check the session. If that session variable, this dollar underscore session user is available or not. So what we will do, we'll make a separate page, and in that separate page we'll check, we'll pick the session variable, and then we will check if that session exists or not. If that session exists, then we will pick the name of the user who has logged in. Otherwise, we'll close the connection and then we will navigate back to the login page. So let us check it first here. So we'll check the session underscore check. So we'll make another web page, session underscore check .php. And this session underscore check .php will remove everything here, and here we will do this one, PHP, this one. So session underscore start, and since we are actually invoking a SQL statement, so we'll include first, include this conproc.php, and then we will save our session variable. But to work on this dot underscore session, we need to start this using session underscore start function. So this one, and then we will save $user is equal to, here we have used dot underscore session user. Now after making this, we'll check if this dot underscore session user exists or not. If it exists, we will pass a SQL statement, and then will retrieve the username. So what we will do here, we will check, we'll prepare the statement $cmd is equal to select star from reg where user underscore id is equal to $user. So what will happen if the session exists? So, and then if we try to execute this statement, so what will, then it will return some row. So $is equal to MySQL I underscore query $con comma $cmd. So it will return a row. So we will check if MySQL I underscore num underscore rows $res. If this is greater than 0, it means the session exists. Otherwise, if it does not exist, so what we will do here, we will close the connection. So MySQL I underscore close $con. So that connection will be closed, and then we'll navigate back to this login page. So location login.php. So this one, but what if it is there comes a row? So what will happen? We'll pick the value or name. So $row is equal to MySQL I underscore fetch underscore array and $res. So then we will store the name. So login info is equal to dollar underscore row, and then this the name, username. Now what we want to display the user ID who has logged uh, in the username, who has logged in into the application, and it should be available in the in every page which is secured, which are secured. So we will do, after creating this information, we will make a stop here PHP script, and then we will start PHP script. And within this, I'm making a table again, slash table, and width is equal to 100%. So it will work like a header, and then tr slash tr. And within this, we will do td and slash td, and I will add some here alignment. Align is right. So here we will write welcome and then username. So we'll use this PHP echo dollar login info, this one. And then one more thing we will do here, we'll add a style in this row, style background color. And then we'll use a simple color here, and then we will use this width is equal to 30 pixels. That's it. Just save it. Now just check it if it works or not. It is navigating back to the login page. Now if I create it here, now again it is coming, but it is coming here. It is say hello, welcome to this web page. So what we will do, we will try to make this a secured page. Right now it is not secured. If you try, it is working like this. So what we will do, we will include here, oh sorry, include this session underscore check dot php. So every time this page is loaded, it will check if that session is exists or not. If it exists, then the page will load, otherwise it will navigate back to the login page. So session underscore check dot php, just save it, press function 12. So it is navigating back to. So I will add Praveen login. So this one, welcome Praveen. Hello, welcome to this page. So this is getting, this is working. Now after this, we need to have a logout feature, so that if you have come into the secured page, so to come out of this secured page, you should have logout page. On clicking logout feature, on clicking that logout button or logout link, that session should get destroyed. So let us get back to our presentation first. So logout. So on clicking logout, it should be redirected to logout page where session variables are destroyed, and it is again redirected to login page. So let us make a logout page first. So logout page here, I'll make a logout page, logout.php, and here we will do this. We won't have to do anything here. We'll simply do this session underscore start, and then session underscore destroy. It will destroy the session, and then we will navigate back to this login page header using header function. location login.php. That's it. So just take it. So it is coming back to this one. So now I will log in here, PRAVWN, and then PRAVWN again. So log. So still logout feature is not there. So we'll add a logout feature here in this. So after coming to this welcome here, we'll add a logout feature. So A, so we'll make here B tag bold, and then so here itself we will add a B tag. So A href is equal to logout.php, and then this one logout. Logout and slash b. Just save it. Now if I log in here, using Praveen or ARTTC, we can use anything. Login, you see here logout feature. Welcome Praveen logout. If I click on this logout, it is coming back to this one. Now if I want to navigate to some other page, suppose I want to navigate to image gallery. So it is here, or some image disk or something like this. Suppose we want to navigate some APPL or any page. Suppose we want to navigate this validation.php here. If we want to navigate to this page, what we will do? And since this is not secured, so we will add this at the top. We will add this session underscore check. So include session underscore check.php. Just save it. Press function 12. So it is checking session underscore check.php file to OpenStream. Let me check why it is coming. Oh, spelling. CHCK. Save it. Press function 12. So it is navigating. Now if you check, it is coming to ARTTC. Welcome ARTTC logout. Now how to go to this validation.php? We are not able to go to this validation.php. So what we will do, in the home.php, we will create a link to go to this validation.php. So a href is equal to validation.php, and here validation. So this one, just save it. Now if I click, if I try to log in here, it is coming back Praveen login. It is coming to this page. If I click this validation.php, it is coming to this page as well, this validation page, and it will work. Everything is working here. So now this page is also secured. So whichever page you want to secure, just include this session underscore check.php, and in every page this will come, and from every page you can log out and it will go back to this login.php. So we have seen about concepts of login and logout in PHP. In my next video, I will be discussing about how to send an email using PHP Thank you for watching the video. If you liked the video, then please like, subscribe and share it.